make sure any midges didn't get on the lens. Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Upper Lake Taneycomo. Jackson and I are going to do one cast today. It is Wednesday the 21st of September. It's evening. They are running 4 units of water. They've already dropped it some, though, because it's already dropped about a foot and a half on the bank up here. And I'm going to be using a drift rig, but the weight's on the bottom. And a couple of drop shots with a number 14 olive scud and a number 14 kind of a grayish brown scud. And they are about a foot apart, 4-pound line. Now I'm going to get right to it. I passed Steve Dickey on the way up here, so I'm going to kind of drift on his line, which is pretty much in the middle. They've been running 4 units of water the last couple of days for about 3 or 4 hours. I talked to Shane, or emailed Shane Bush, our fishery biologist, about it. He thought it was just flat power demand since it's 100 degrees out the last few days. But this is the last hot day we're going to have. Tomorrow's in the 70s, I guess. Back up in the 80s, but not high 90s like it has been. So I got a pretty good bump going right now on the bottom. Steve, I talked to Steve this morning, and he said this has been his best bite in the evening. Drifting scuds, and there's one right there. Not too big. I'm going to net him, though. Thought you'd like the little boat ride up. Ooh, he's pretty. Leaves are already starting to change. Drag's a little bit loose or tight. Lots of fighting these fish. The oxygen's good still. You hit the bottom scud, which is the olive scud. It's kind of a light olive. And of course the line is all tangled up in the net. So many lines. Let me get my hand wet. There we go. Bad thing about using these multi-hook rigs and a net, or if you don't need to use a net. Okay, fish, how in the world did you do that? He's already off the nice fish. Now to get everything out of the net here. This is supposed to be a tangle-free net, and it is not. Here we go. There's one hook, there's 2 hooks, and there's the weight. Okay. Okay, first on the fish on the first cast. Everything looks good. They've been catching some really nice fish at night on jerk baits. Blake Harris took some riders out that are here for an aglow outdoor riders conference at the Chateau of the Lake, and one of the guys got a 31.5-inch brown last night. Shags, congratulations, Shags. Shags has a outdoor radio show. Said he's been trying to get that Hall of Fame distinction, which is a 30-inch fish released on Taneycomo, for a long time, and he got it last night. He got that on one of Dwayne Doty's jerk baits. I'm not sure which one. It's probably on Facebook someplace. Speculation is, and I've mentioned this before, when they run the water this hard late in the afternoon and evening, the fish really feed hard, and it kicks up a lot of bugs from the bottom, and they get their fill. So in the morning, they're kind of pecking at their food. There's a little one. He took the olive one also. Yeah, I was going to say I didn't have him hooked very good. Scud population's still real good. The midges are thick in the evening. A lot of bugs in the water, so they eat good during this high water, and not so good when it's off. With the cooler weather coming in, I don't think they're going to run this 4, but I don't know that for sure. Steve said, of course, he uses a fly rods and a float when he does this technique, and he'll fish 4 units. He'll fish 15, 17 feet deep under a float, dragging 2 scuds or egging a scud. And he said he had a rainbow over 20 inches last evening, and some other real nice fish. He said it took him a while to dial it in to get the right depth, and he actually said that he was fishing more on the channel side, drifting on the channel side. He didn't find them too much up here on the flat, but like I said, I saw him drifting down the middle here a minute ago, so that's what I'm doing. You get over towards the channel, you got bigger chunk rocks, you got more sticks and stuff to get snagged up on, and you tend to lose a lot more flies and rigs, break off. Up here on the gravel, not so much. I am going to push myself a little bit more over towards the... Oh, I just missed one. Blake takes off tomorrow. He's probably told you on one cast. He takes off tomorrow on his annual trip to Michigan where he'll be fishing for Chinook salmon and steelhead in the rivers up there. You got a week? I'm taking off tomorrow for Parsons, Kansas for my high school reunion. This is actually 46, but last year was canceled because of COVID, so we're gonna join the class of 77 and actually the class of 75 because theirs was canceled 2 years ago. So we should have a pretty good group there. I had a class of about 130 kids, people. Oh, so the only person that can upload one cast left here, Darren's gone, Blake's gone, would be Nathan, and I'm assuming he'll do one cast at least probably Friday. And then Ryan Williams is here Saturday, he can do it, but like I said, Nathan will have to edit it and upload it. Everybody else is gone. Blake said he was going to try to record a one cast up in Michigan. We'll see if that happens. But the hot bait in the mornings early, preferably in the shade. I'm not sure if that was a fish. Preferably find some shade behind a bluff, either, well, not up here, but below Fall Creek. Down in our area has been some of the best fishing around in front of the dock and just above the dock. A pink worm under a float 4 to 6 feet deep is catching a lot of fish, mainly stockers. The guides, if people are wanting to keep fish, they'll go out and they'll catch their limit of stalker rainbows mainly with the pink worm. Then they'll come in and clean them and then come up here and fish for big fish. That's been the MO for a lot of the guides here lately. And Tony is doing the best really on scope and jig still. He said it's not too bad. Still a little bit slow for his standard. Water's dropped about 2.5 feet now. So it continues to slow down. And they're kind of feeding on top along the bluff bank. I was tempted to bring my fly rod and a dry fly up here. I may do that in the morning. I'm gonna do one cast before I leave for Kansas tomorrow. That's the plan. I'm really starting to feel that big 1/8 ounce sinker. Actually, it's a 3/16 ounce sinker. It's too heavy. The water slowed down to where I should be using a smaller sinker. Let's change real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the spot lock, and I'm coming up on the narrows. So I'm putting on a 16th ounce. Okay. I don't know if I don't know if Blake mentioned it, but Ryan Titus, he's up in Massachusetts for a couple of weeks. They arrived this afternoon and drove up, he and his family. His wife has family up there, so they're going to enjoy a couple of weeks up in Massachusetts and Vermont. Oh, I don't think that was a fish. Here's one. Not real big, but a little bit bigger than the last one. See if I can get him off real quick. Again, he took the olive. Be good. Be good. Got her right in the side of the mouth. The other thing you got to be careful is that second hook flying off and getting me. There we go. Awesome. I've got another rod that's ready in case I break off or need to change. The guides have been seeing some really big fish in the Narrows here lately, browns and rainbows, so you really want to be ready when you go through here. And I'm right at the top of the Narrows now. The bump on the bottom is a lot better than it did before with that bigger weight. It's more of a light tap than a bounce and grab. Did want to thank everybody. Had a lot of people say happy birthday on Facebook and in person. Birthday was a couple days ago. This is a good spot. No fog yet tonight, which is a little unusual. Still fairly humid. Well, that's a really good run through there. No bites. I gotta check it. Looks good. A little twisted up. Other way. Okay. Table rocks dropped down below 911, I believe. Well, that's pretty low. Power pool's still 917, so 6 feet low. Beaver is only a foot low. And I did not look at bull shoals. It's getting pretty dark. I might have to lighten up the video just a little bit. I'm gonna stop here in just a second. I like this spot right through, down through here. There's a lot of big fish that hang out here. I don't know, my boat light's on. It's not too dark yet. But I'm gonna call it quits, because I do need to get my lights on. Caught 3 fish, had fun. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the morning.